Hi everyone, this is a reading which is all about your soulmate and also who is your soulmate, their characteristics, personality, and energy. So we're going to have a look and see what's coming through in regards to this very special pick a card reading. So we have three beautiful groups, and then I'm going to bring out the corresponding cards for each of these groups. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Whichever one you feel most drawn to based on these absolutely beautiful pieces. Definitely, you can choose that group, and then in the timestamp down below you'll be able to, or timestamps should I say, you will find the corresponding group, and then you can click on it and you can watch your reading. So that is what we have there. I mean, they are so stunning. Just look at those pieces, so beautiful. So group 1, group 2, or group 3. They are so stunning and handmade as well. So yeah, I just want to let you know that. And also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be down below as well. They are done within 24 to 48 hours, and also my intention bracelets are on Etsy as well. So I'm actually wearing some of them right here. I'm wearing if you can see that, two of the loved ones right there, and then I'm also wearing the soulmate one as well. Now these are handmade by me, they are meditated with, they're saged, and they're there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. And yeah, they're spiritual bracelets, spiritual intention bracelets, which you can wear in, when you're sleeping, showering, swimming, whatever you're doing. And yeah, they are pretty cool. So if you want to see the reviews to see how other people have seen results of them, or you want to purchase them or browse, the Etsy shop link will be in the description box below. All the information is there, and also international shipping worldwide. Okay, so everything is there. Everything's always in the description box below as well. In regards to, cards that I use for this channel a lot of the time, and also just so much other info if you want to send me a letter or you want to write to me, all that info, PO box, everything is always in the description box below. Alright, so let's get started first of all with group number 1. I'm just going to move these other two to the side. Alright, so this is your pile. It's a pretty big pile, not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm just gonna move this now to the side because we've got a lot of cards here for sure. So let's have a look and see what is coming through for you. All right, group number 1, and see who is your soulmate. So we've got here trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. We've got here, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Just put those two down there. We've got here romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. From what I can tell straight away with these 3 cards that we have right away, is there's this really strong energy of this person being super romantic. I feel like your soulmate is pretty romantic, and you know what, at times there are some people that can still be quite romantic and hide sometimes, that kind of energy, but I do feel that this person is very, very romantic. I feel like your soulmate is super, super romantic. So when I really think about who they are as a person, regardless of whether this person is shy or very outgoing, this person to me comes across as very, very romantic. Someone that, you can trust, someone that just, fights for you and is there to really show you the way as well. So this is like someone you can depend on, someone you can trust, someone that just understands you. And interestingly enough, oh my gosh, whoa, is this Cupid? I've never realised this in the trust card right there. And then also here as well. So the way I do this is I shuffle the cards and place them into piles. I don't see them, obviously, the cards, but I think that this really goes to show that there's a strong link here to Cupid. And again, with Cupid and romance and this person being romantic, totally not surprised by that. But yeah, this person is super trustworthy, and this person really does love relationships. This person loves commitment. This person wants that in their life and in their future and enjoys that as well. to the point where, this is a person that is, someone that wants commitment. This is not someone that shies away or runs away from it. I feel that your soulmate is someone that wants it. They don't run away from it. So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else we have. I feel like the rest of the cards will also hopefully join the dots that we are seeing. Eternal Flame. Answered Prayer. The World. The Hermit. So remember I said whether this person is shy or whether they are outgoing, this person is still very romantic. To me, I feel like this person thinks a lot. This person is a real thinker, and this person at the same time can be quite outgoing. So what's coming across to me is that this person sort of has these two sides, which, by the way, that is okay. that is healthy as well. And I feel that your soulmate here is someone that thinks a lot, someone that likes to think, which of course is a good sign. Why would that not be a good sign? Sometimes, overthinking can be, just not a great thing. But I feel like this person, your soulmate specifically, is someone that likes to think before taking action. I think that's really quite healthy as well. They don't just, run into things all of a sudden without thinking about them. They will make sure that they understand the situation properly before making certain decisions. They will understand, all sides to something before jumping to a conclusion or reaching a conclusion. This person to me comes across as very, very smart. So your soulmate is very, very smart, is very romantic, wants relationships or a relationship. Wow, I can't even speak. Wants a relationship, is not someone that runs away from that side of things. So they like that. That's what I'm seeing here. Answered Prayer here shows that this is the kind of person that you want in your life. This is the kind of person that you dream about, that you desire about, that you pray to your angels, your guides, God, the universe, whatever it is essentially you believe in. This is the kind of person that you pray about, hoping that they will come into your life. And that's what I'm seeing here with Answered Prayer. It's about, having that optimism and hope that this is the kind of person that comes in to your life and is able to give you also what you truly desire and how you want to be treated and how you deserve to be treated. So this person is very, very trustworthy. Your soulmate, when I keep saying this person, I mean your soulmate obviously, is very, very trustworthy, is also a really good person at heart, and on top of that as well, it's safe to love this person. That's what I'm seeing, right? For some of you, you have come across your soulmate. For some of you, you haven't. But you will know that this is your soulmate when you feel like you can trust this person wholeheartedly. Like you can put every inch and every ounce of trust into their hands because it is a safe thing, right? It also says, open your heart to give and receive this, the highest energy of all. I'm trying to read upside down. So, you can trust this person with all of your heart, with all of your energy, with your entire soul. And that's what we're seeing here. So this person is, your soulmate is super, super trustworthy. Is someone that you can definitely, trust that they won't basically ruin your life. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. I know that sounds really harsh, but I feel like that's something that I feel it just makes sense. It's like, okay, yeah, I understand what you mean by that. So that's what I'm seeing here. This is your soulmate. This is someone that you would pray for, essentially, and pray about, and you'd be like, I want this kind of a person to come into my life. I wish I would have this kind of person. Like, this is your dream person in many ways. Someone that just, doesn't just get into arguments or try and get, create unnecessary drama or heat without even thinking about things. This person, thinks about things. They're very, very smart. They understand themselves. They're very, very well, what's the word? They really know a lot about the world and world affairs, and it almost seems to me like this person is quite educated. And it doesn't mean that necessarily they have to go to like university and get a degree and be educated. This person's educated because they choose to educate themselves on certain topics. They choose to read or write or at least turn on the news and be educated on lots and lots of different topics. They may also be really into documentaries and perhaps certain films and things like that, or even books. So this person is quite well versed, like all around. That's what I'm seeing here with the world. And also I feel like this person is someone who has really travelled a lot, travelled long and far, and really is able to understand cultures and places. if I pause in between, it's because I'm trying to channel the messages. But that's what I'm seeing, a really, really strong energy of just knowing so much and being really, what I believe is also like self-education as well. So they could be very well educated in regards to, you know, perhaps even having their own business and things like that and going to university. But I feel like there's this real strong energy that spirit guides want me to say, is that because this is a general reading, right, and I'm reading for so many people at once, essentially it is this energy of like they don't have to have gone to school or university or college or anything like that to be known as a well-educated person. I actually know a doctor, believe it or not, who has become a doctor through educating themselves through books. And I know that sounds really strange, but then, you know, it's kind of that energy of like you putting in so much work and self-teaching yourself, and then, you know, they were able to take a bunch of exams and actually get qualified, but they didn't actually go to school. They just self-taught themselves, but they had enough knowledge to then be able to take, you know, the exams and actually get qualified professionally, you know, as a real doctor. So it's one of those things where, you know, a lot of, you'll find that also with a lot of businessmen, is there are so many that have not, you know, necessarily finished university, but they're extremely successful, for example, and they understand so much about the world as well. I mean, you know, there's so many examples that I can think of even right now, like Bill Gates, you know, for example, Mark Zuckerberg, like they did not finish, right? They didn't finish Harvard, I don't believe. But anyways, that's the kind of energy I'm getting, where you don't have to be like, where I'm seeing your soulmate, you know, for some of them, they will be educated. It really does depend on, you know, the energies that I'm seeing here. But it's that kind of energy, like regardless, okay, of whether this person has been to school or not, they are very, like, they're very, very smart and very knowledgeable, and they will teach you a lot, which I think is also quite nice, right? It's nice to have someone that, you know, teaches you different things and is able to give you that information without being patronizing, because I don't see your soulmate being patronizing. It's almost like they like to share these things with you, and it's almost like they like to share aspects of the world as well. I think this person would really love to travel with you. Now, some of you may have already met your soulmate, as I mentioned, some of you may not have, so I think this is what you also have to look forward to. You have to look forward to, if that makes sense. Okay, so we've got here also the High Priestess. Oh yes, I love the High Priestess. Do you know why? I feel like the fact that this card has come out is just meant to be. It's this very meant to be kind of energy. And again, you know, when we think of soulmates, it's like, oh, it's just meant to be, you know. And then on top of that, the High Priestess is so knowledgeable, is so smart, is so just, you know, on point. And that's what I feel in regards to your soulmate, is this person just knows themselves. They're super, super smart. They understand so much about the world. And they understand so much about others as well. They don't jump to conclusions. They try and look at both sides. They try to be extremely balanced in their approach. And also, this person understands their emotions. This person does not run away from that. And that's something that I've said, you know, through and through in regards to this particular reading, is that this person does not run and hide. This person faces, to me, what it feels like, they face obstacles head on. They don't just run away because they feel like, oh, that's the best thing to do. They like to face things, they like to resolve things, they like to also connect to their emotions and themselves. This person is very emotionally intelligent as well. And what I mean by that is that they understand their emotions, they understand how they feel, how they want to feel, and they can connect to your emotions as well and really be there for you if you feel emotionally out of place, which again is, I feel, someone that you would pray for in your life, you know, like, oh, you know, I hope that, you know, this person comes to my life and actually understands how I feel. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that your soulmate would be able to understand your feelings and your thoughts and really protect you and make you feel good as well, because they know how to work around that for themselves as well. Okay, which I think is just such a healthy energy. Now we also have here Eternal Flame. I don't really talk about this card too much, but let's just go through it now. So Eternal Flame here just shows that this is just the flame that keeps burning. You know, this is like a forever kind of energy, and I see that for you here. Your soulmate is someone that wants a forever kind of love, that wants something forever and ever and ever, forever. It goes, you know, and that's what I'm seeing here. So yeah, it just keeps going and going and going. It's a little bit like that candle. You know, that sparkling candle. I've never personally had one, but I know a lot of people who have had it in their like cakes and things like that. I've seen it at weddings a few times where it's that sparkler. The sparkler candle, I don't even know what it's called, and you keep trying to blow it out and it just keeps sparkling, and you keep trying to blow it out and it just keeps sparkling. It's one of those things, it's an eternal flame. You know, it just keeps going and going and going, and that's what I'm seeing here, is that it just keeps going. Obviously, at some point it does go out, because I know this is going to sound like really dramatic and quite a lot, but you know, we all are born, and then of course, sadly, you know, we come to an end in regards to our life, and that's when so many connections, you know, do end. I mean, there are connections that end whilst we are alive as well, and you know, that's also, you know, sad, but so I guess a part of life, right? So, you know, a candle also comes to the end of its life, and so do most connections. I know that sounds so just like moonlight, really, like, did you really have to say that? But I mean, you know, I feel like if I'm describing it like a candle, then I feel like it's important for me to go the full way. But you know, enjoy it for what it is. That's what I would say. And also, if you don't have this person in your life right now, you have this person to look forward to, and I think it's all about enjoying the journey rather than always trying to get to the destination. I think that is something that's really important, is sometimes we just want things to progress and progress and progress, and but you know, and it's one of those things. So enjoy the journey. I think that's also such an important thing with this card, is just enjoying the journey, enjoying every day, enjoying the moment with your soulmate, and not trying to just, you know, rush into a destination, because by the time you get to the destination, you'll think back and you might think to yourself, I just wish I enjoyed that moment a little bit more, you know, I wish I was a bit more present, rather than just wanting to get to the destination. I think that's the thing as well. So yeah, enjoy every part of it. You know, it's this connection has a long way to go. Your soulmate is someone that wants something long term. This is a long term person. I think that's also quite important as well, because you have got the Hermit, and the Hermit is a very strong long term energy. This is not a short term energy. This is, you know, working through challenges, working through obstacles, working through issues, working through problems, working through, you know, emotions and communication, and trying to find the perfect resolution and balance to certain situations in regards to this connection, you know. So that's what I'm seeing. Your soulmate is just a very well-rounded person. We see that here with the World card. The World is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn, of course, is all about structure, self-efficiency, and really trying to build a strong routine. This person has a very strong routine around them, and what I mean by that is that they, you know, they wake up at a set time, and then they try and really just make the most out of every single day. That's what I'm seeing. Like, they're not so rigorous and strict to that point, but I do feel with the Hermit as well, this person's quite particular. Your soulmate is quite particular in regards to how they have their day, which I think in most circumstances is quite important for them, because I do feel that this person is quite what's the word? Very successful. So it's almost like they need a routine, right? They need things to do. They need to, you know, progress and get to that sort of level. So that's what I'm seeing right there. So yeah, that is pretty much what we have, and we have got some more cards, so we'll get to them. I'm just going to take my sweater off. So there we go. Just got my. There we go. It's getting hot in here. Is anyone else feeling that with this eternal flame card? Because I definitely am. Okay, so now my sweater is off. It's nice. The sun is shining here as well. Okay, and then we've got these 4 cards to go through, so let's do that. So yeah, that's what I've got there. This person seems very successful, and that is something we are seeing. Do you know what? I just realised we can actually put this right here. I know it covers the heart a little bit, but it's nice. It's nice to be able to have it there as well, because it's what you were essentially drawn to in regards to this reading, so we can keep it there. So this one here first says, listening to one another. Okay, your soulmate here is a listener. We know that here as well with the Hermit, right? The Hermit is a listener, but is also, you know, a good communicator too. So I think that's also quite significant here, because it shows that your emotions, like we saw with the High Priestess, your words, your phrases, how you feel emotionally, mentally, physically, socially, it will all be understood by your soulmate. You know, your soulmate is someone that wants to listen, that wants to understand you, that wants to help you, that wants to progress with you, that wants to move forward with you. This is not someone that runs away. I thought I'd just mention that for the 5th time, just in case anyone is, you know, thinking like, oh, what if they run away? You know, because the thing is, you know, you might think that, and you might have had maybe challenging situations before where you might be thinking like, oh no, you know, I don't want the same thing over and over again, or maybe you're just, you know, really curious. And basically, trust is definitely here. So you can trust this person, and you can trust that they will not harm you in that sense. Okay. Oh my god, no way, no freaking way. Oh my goodness, I literally just looked down, I was like, yeah, I'm ready for the next card, and you will not believe what it is. Trust. Oh my gosh, I was literally just talking about this card because, of course, we were talking about, you know, trust, and got trust again. Oh my goodness, what a blessing this is. You can definitely trust this person. You can definitely trust your soulmate. And by the way, your soulmate is someone very, very trustworthy. This person is a really good person at heart. And you know, the other thing that just came into my mind was that an elephant never forgets. And I know that's such a bizarre thing to say, but isn't it true? Like, elephants don't forget. And that's something I'm seeing. Your soulmate is not a forgetful person. Your soulmate remembers things, remembers specific dates, remembers your favourite foods, remembers where you like going, what you like doing, remembers things that you say to them. They pay very, very close attention. This person has attention to detail. This person, I mean, again, with what I mentioned before as well, not surprised. This person really does listen, and it doesn't just go in one ear and out the other, it stays. It really does. And so you can trust this person, but also this person remembers a lot, like remembers details on details, and I think that that's really special as well. Let's see what else we have. We have happiness is to love. So we've got some bloom and growth here happening, which is really beautiful. So it shows here your soulmate is someone that really just strives off of happiness and joy and fulfillment. And, you know, they very much so, again, want something that fulfills them, that makes them happy. So they love happiness, and they love being able to share that as well. And that's something that's definitely coming through here significantly as well. So I think that's amazing. Wow, happiness to love. And then we've also got here as well the initial difficulty, okay? So that is the card right there. So at the beginning, you know, your soulmate may find it at times hard to trust, hard to progress. You know, they might feel like, you know, I'm not sure, and it may even be the same for you. In spiritual connections, oftentimes there is this mirroring that can happen, even in a soulmate connection. So you may find it hard to trust them, they may find it hard to trust you, but through it all, it's almost like you grow to trust one another, you grow together with one another, you understand one another step by step, and it's almost like the connection just evolves and progresses very naturally. So I do feel that, you know, the initial stage might be difficult. For example, for some of you, it might take a lot of time to come into contact with them. And then also, you know, they may have had, you know, a difficult situation in their life, or maybe you have had a difficult situation in your life. So it really is that there is this initial sort of step which can at times be difficult, but then once you get past that, there is just this absolutely beautiful, if you look at this particular staircase, it leads to something so, so beautiful, right? This is the initial difficulty, climbing these stairs, and then this is the absolute heaven on earth that I'm seeing. Okay, so this is your soulmate. This is someone that you have prayed for. This is someone that understands you. This is someone that just gets you. This is someone who is romantic and trustworthy. The beginning part might just be a little bit difficult, but this is someone that is successful. This is someone that is smart. This is someone that understands their emotions. They don't forget small little details. And they really pay attention to you, and is well travelled and just likes to listen and help, you know, and I think that's so, so beautiful. So group number 1, this is your soulmate, okay? And also, if you found that this resonated with you, or you found a message that just really rang true to your situation, then definitely let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course, or free reading giveaways, should I say, in the description box below. And also my Etsy shop is also in the description box below as well for the intention bracelets if anyone is interested in those. And yeah, definitely do take care of yourself. And I'm now going to move on to group number 2. All right. Okay, group number 2. This is your reading for who is your soulmate. So we've got this absolutely beautiful piece right here, and these are your corresponding cards. So let's have a look and see what is coming through for your reading. So first of all, we've got here, oh my goodness, wow, okay, wedding. We've also got here as well, passion. And then we've got here the heart, which is balance. Okay, so let's talk about these first. Let's just put wedding on this side. Let's put passion on this side. There we go. All right, so the first thing that I'm really seeing here in regards to these cards is that your soulmate is someone that I feel you are going to end up being with for the long-term future. This is someone that values commitment, stability, security, the long-term aspect of things. This is someone that enjoys, being faithful. This is someone that is faithful, and that's what I'm seeing for you. Your soulmate is someone who is faithful. So I feel that if you've been dealing with someone who is not faithful, or someone that, for example, just cheats and does things like that, I don't believe that that person is your soulmate. I feel that your soulmate is actually someone specifically in this lifetime who wants commitment, wants stability, but is also extremely, extremely faithful. I keep saying that over and over again, but I just feel like it's important, So it also says here this situation involves marriage. So I really do feel that I feel in this lifetime you will marry your soulmate. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here in regards to this particular card, is that I really feel that, like, when I ask the question, who is your soulmate? You're going to marry your soulmate. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. Now, if, for example, you are someone, and I'm just saying this because, of course, I am reading so many different, for so many people at once, essentially, and this is a general reading. Say, for example, you are divorced, right, and you're single, or, you're just not happy with the person that maybe you're married with, for example, then I do see that essentially the next person that you end up being with is your soulmate, right? And this is the person that you're going to marry. So essentially we're looking at, the next marriage. But for those of you that are single and you've never been married before, your marriage, right? So it's your next marriage, but of course for those of you single, it's not going to be your next marriage. It's going to hopefully be your only marriage. But you know what I mean, where your marriage, regardless of if you're single or if you are, with someone, or whether you're divorced, regardless, your marriage is going to be with a soulmate. Your soulmate. And when I look at your soulmate specifically, this is someone that, is just very, very passionate. This is someone that's very romantic. This is someone that's very intimate as well. And it says here, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And that's the kind of energy where your soulmate is going to be someone that really just enjoys to, have fun, that enjoys to live life to its fullest, that can enjoy every aspect of life without having to, worry about things. Now, the thing is, in life, we will worry about things. Of course we will, naturally. that's part of life, but they will try and make every single moment as uplifting as possible. They will try and do everything they can to take care of you, to make, you feel like, what, things are going to be okay. We will be okay. It will be okay. And that's the kind of energy where, it's going to be super passionate and romantic and just very intimate, but at the same time, it's a partnership, right? And that's what we see here with balance, is it's not just about the physical stuff and then it's empty. No. Your soulmate here is someone who is very well-rounded. It's very, very balanced. This is about partnership and passion. Ta-da! I like this. I really do, because I think, of course, that's such an important aspect to any connection. It is just so important to have that scale balanced, essentially. And here it says with balance, now I'm going to have to read this upside down, so just bear with me while I do so. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges, right? So as I mentioned, things can from time to time be difficult. We know that, it's life, but this is someone that supports you through challenges. This is someone who you can support through challenges. This is someone that you're able to get through disagreements or arguments or any little obstacles and challenges. You're able to get through it with this person because they're understanding, they're supportive. They're not someone that just runs into some open space and then you can't figure out where they are, right? This is someone, your soulmate is someone who supports you, but also challenges you, pushes you out of your comfort zone to be stronger, pushes you to new depths and new heights that you didn't even think you could reach to. And I think that is just absolutely stunning. It's so heartwarming to see, because sometimes we can feel like we're always just running and we're trying to get somewhere, and sometimes it takes, just breaking the cycle to realise that we don't have to keep doing that. So I feel like this person here supports you, but also challenges you, supports you in such a way where at least, you can feel calm and feel better, but also challenges you to the point where they push you to new depths, push you to understand parts of yourself that maybe you were running away from, or parts of yourself that maybe you are now coming to acceptance or terms with. Right, so I think that's really beautiful there as well. I think that's so lovely. And we're going to now move on to the rest of the cards. So let's now go to these beautiful ones here. So we've got here spiritual growth, and we've got here love. Okay, what's really interesting actually about this is that we have got, the love heart here. This to me looks like a love heart, even though they are angel wings, which I think is really, really beautiful. I was actually noticing that with my parrot the other day as well, is that, when he sits, his wings sort of look like a heart from the back, which I never even noticed before, but I saw this here and I was like, oh, that kind of looks like it as well. And of course, feathers are known to be very, very lucky, which is quite interesting. Maybe feathers mean something to you as well. That could be something, because actually, as I'm literally looking at this card as well, I'm seeing a feather there too. Something about feathers. Seeing them there too. Interesting. So if anything to do with feathers really, is ringing a bell to you, please do let me know in the comment section below. I always like to read through, and yeah, definitely let me know. So you got here spiritual growth. So yeah, again, I was talking about the hearts, right? You've got so many hearts, you've even got hearts within hearts. And then this also looks like a heart, even though it's feathers. Interesting how we just, took a turn on things. And then, so we'll get onto this card in just a minute. For these two, what I'm seeing here, especially with this love card, is just this really strong energy, specifically of love. Pure love. Your soulmate is loving, your soulmate is kind, your soulmate is caring, your soulmate is a really good person. Your soulmate is someone who is in many ways very simple, but also just really complex in regards to how they love. They love very deeply. This person is deep, they have a lot of layers, a little bit like an onion. I know that's a weird way of describing it, but that's just what I'm seeing. An onion seems quite, simple from the outside, and then the minute you cut into it, you're like, whoa, there's so many layers, and then all of a sudden it's making you cry. It's just so emotional. It's crazy, right? And that's what I'm seeing here, is you've just got all of these layers, and it just keeps going in and in and in, and that's what I'm seeing. This person is very complex, but also from the outside, they can seem very composed. Again, very much so like an onion. A little bit like Earth as well. You go inside, if you were to cut Earth, for example, you'd get all of those layers, and that's what it really reminds me of. But anyways, this person's very complex, but from the outside they seem quite, they can seem quite simple, which is quite interesting. It goes to show that actually they would show you their layers, and you would see the most interesting parts of them, and that's something they would actually want to show you as well, because this person's quite open from what I see here. They would allow you to go very deep within them in that sense, and I think that's actually quite a nice thing. It shows that they're very trusting, and your soulmate would be very trusting of you as well. We also have this card of spiritual growth, and I think that this is really beautiful because soulmates are essentially spiritual. They are spiritual partnerships, and they are spiritual people, right? Well, it depends how I say it. I mean, soulmates are spiritual connections. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Not all soulmates are like super, spiritual in that sense, but what I meant is that they're spiritual connections. There we go. It's a better way of phrasing it. So what I see here is that this person really, your soulmate allows you to feel so much more spiritually tied to yourself. You may see a lot of signs and synchronicities. You may also feel just so much calmer and so much happier in their own energy, or when they message you or text you or speak to you, you may just feel so much more relaxed and so much more happier, and so, feeling like you can sleep a lot better, or that you can concentrate on your day a lot better as well. And that's what I'm seeing, is that they just ground you in such a way that it makes you feel more centered and so much happier within yourself as well. So that's what I'm seeing with spiritual growth. And then we have here justice, and again we saw that feather there as well. This person again is very well rounded and very balanced, and we saw that there with balance as well. All of these cards are just making so much sense together, which is really wonderful. And that is justice. It's really showing here that this person really does look at two sides and really tries to find balance without just rushing and doing things, but also they are someone that supports you and challenges you. They do one thing, they do another thing. They very much so help you in many ways. I'm just going to take a sip of my water. There's like a fly on the side of my just trying to shoo it away at the same time whilst I was trying to drink my water. Okay, so back to the reading, that little mini, those little mini flies that you get. Okay, so yeah, we've got justice here, which shows again this person both supports and challenges, and they're very, very balanced. We've also got this very strong energy here of, wow, interestingly enough, the Wheel of Fortune. I have to say, again, I'm seeing hearts. Like, I don't know if anyone else is seeing, I just keep seeing hearts here. You can see them all the way around, and then also there's a star here as well. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, which shows again that your soulmate is someone that wants something long term. The Wheel of Fortune is about the wheel turning and abundance coming your way. It's about more progression, more joy, more happiness. It's about more, more, more. And it shows here that your soulmate is someone that is very, very successful financially. Extremely successful financially. That is something I'm seeing. Now, it also shows that they're going to gain a lot more in their life as well, like progressing forward. It doesn't just show that, oh, they're financially like really good right now. It also shows that they're going to gain a lot more as time goes by. So if they are successful right now, it shows that they're going to retain their success and gain a lot more in the future. But it also shows as well, in general, right now they're very, very stable. They're, they live a good life and they're quite comfortable, but they're also going to gain a lot more as time goes by. So that's something I want to let you know, that Jupiter energy really shows a lot of financial success, specifically in regards to this person. So this person would be able to, give you a nice lifestyle and would be able to help you. Now, whether you do your own thing and you like doing your own thing, that's your choice, but this person would want to support you if you wanted to be supported. That's the thing as well. So that's what we're seeing there. We've also got here transformation. So one thing that I'm really seeing is that your soulmate has gone through a huge transformation in their life. I do feel that this person could have had, at times a difficult upbringing. They could have also had, not so great relationships as well. But through everything, they have transformed and just become such a better person. They have learned so much about themselves. So that's something that's coming through here, is that they have just emotionally, I do feel that they've gone through so much to the point that it's made them the person that they are today. And that's what I'm seeing here, is that this person has taken all of their past experiences and really transformed from it and just found all of the good, you know, from the situation. It's like death and rebirth, right? This person has gone through a huge shift and they have just become so much stronger and so much more uplifted and confident and strong in their own personal energy. And I think that's something that's quite significant and also quite important, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. It's something that we are seeing here. So that's transformation, you know, really speaking. It's this really, really strong energy of them just, you know, trying and having done as much as they possibly could do to get to this point and feeling like they're flying and soaring now, you know, and they're free and they feel good and they feel excited. So this person emotionally has definitely gone through a lot, but it's made them this really balanced person that they are today. And again, we see that here with these hearts, and we also see it with the wings as well, because you need the wings to balance you, right, so that you can soar and fly through the air, and that's something quite significant as well. So that's what we're seeing in regards to that. So yeah, they found their wings, which is nice. You've got here your inner guide. Okay, wow, I love this. We've got here long-term commitment. Wow, not surprised by that actually, because that's literally what we had with wedding. We've got identifications, so you will see a lot of yourself in your soulmate. That's something that's really, really stuck out to me, is that you will find very much so you mirroring a lot of what your soulmate feels, and a lot of your energy as well mirrors your soulmate. And then we've also got here intimacy as well. So yeah, there's passion, there's intimacy, there's a lot of growth, and again, you know, we're seeing these wings quite a lot as well in the spread. Now, long-term commitment, I mean, we pretty much already spoke about that with wedding. Your soulmate is someone that wants, you know, long-term commitment, wants love, wants things to progress and move forward. And then you've also got here your inner guide. So again, you know, with spiritual growth, this really shows that, you know, you would feel so drawn to your soulmate. You are someone that, you know, really values yourself. And when we look specifically at the fact that the two of you also mirror each other in many ways, it goes to show that your soulmate is quite spiritual. Your soulmate really does listen to their intuition, listen to themselves. And I do feel that this person is someone that perhaps really does practice meditation, really understands, you know, themselves, really does try to, you know, there's something definitely coming through in regards to them wanting to do like a retreat and wanting to just, you know, do more in regards to this as well. So I definitely feel like your soulmate here is quite spiritual, interestingly enough. And I feel like you also have that tie to spirituality in some way, shape or form. You know, for example, you're watching this reading. It is a bigger card reading, but, you know, it's got elements of like the oracle and, you know, connecting to spirit guides and things like that. So there is this big link that they have to spirituality, and that I feel that you also have in some way, shape or form. So this person is very spiritual, and that's what I'm seeing here. Your soulmate is spiritual and they follow their inner intuition and guide a lot, but I also feel this person does meditate as well, which is quite interesting. So this is your soulmate, and so if you found that this reading, you know, resonated with you, if there are messages in it that just really make a lot of sense to you, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention bracelets, which are on Etsy if anyone is interested in those. Link to my Etsy shop will be in the description box below as well, and definitely do take care and stay safe as well. And I'm going to now move on to group number 3. Okay, so I'm just going to take away all of these cards because, you know, we're still rolling in between. If anyone is actually watching in between, comment down below that you are watching in between, and I will understand that you know you're watching me also, sort of clear up these cards as well. All right. So, group number 3, this is your reading for who is your soulmate. So I'm just going to grab across the beautiful piece. How stunning. So, so beautiful, right? And then also your cards here as well. So we've got those, and let's begin and see who your soulmate is. So your first cards here that we have are Love Yourself First. And we've got Chemistry. Ooh, Chemistry, Biology, Physics. Okay, so when I look at that Chemistry card, I'm seeing this magnetic attraction and connection, and also it says there's a strong magnetic attraction here, which is quite interesting because when I looked at that card, I automatically thought of, like, you know, a magnet where there's one side that's red, there's another side that's blue, and it just attracts, right? And so that's why I said that. And actually, interestingly enough, the card literally says just a similar thing, basically what I had said anyways, which is kind of funny. But this shows here there's a lot of chemistry, and also your soulmate is someone that just really does, you know, they feel things based on chemistry. They go off of how they feel, they go off of physical attraction, they go off of, you know, that mental attraction, that emotional attraction, that bond, you know, emotional intimacy as well. This person really goes based off of their feelings, is what I'm seeing. So your soulmate here is someone that just really, you know, if they feel it, they feel it. If they vibe, they vibe. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here, and that's your soulmate, right? Your soulmate here would feel just such a strong vibe with you, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and even socially as well. They would just feel that vibe, and it's just like, you know, it's unexplainable because it's like it's a magnet, right? Red and blue. It attracts. That's what we're seeing there. Now we also have here Love Yourself First. It says here your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So again, you know, you've got this sense of attraction, right? Now, what I feel is that your soulmate is someone that just really understands themselves. They know themselves, they know what they want, they know where they want to get to, they know who, you know, they are. They just know themselves really, really well. And one thing that they absolutely love is when people love themselves. They take care of themselves, and that's something that's really important to them. So your soulmate here is someone that just, you know, they love you more when you love yourself. And I think that's also such a significant thing, because sometimes we can put ourselves on the back burner and we can think to ourselves, maybe I'm not just, you know, maybe I should just not, you know, do that. Maybe I should just always serve others and be there for others. I definitely feel that it is really great for you here, very, very much so, to love yourself. Like, I just think that's such an important thing, and your soulmate will absolutely love you even more when you love yourself and you put yourself first. I think that's so important. You know, sometimes we forget about ourselves, we neglect ourselves, we don't take care of ourselves, and that in its own sense and its own right can be just so not great, right? It can make us feel not good, it can make us feel upset, it can make us feel horrible, you know, especially when we don't put ourselves first and we're always there for others and things like that. So your soulmate is someone that loves you more when you love yourself. You know, they feel much more content, they feel happier when you are also looking after yourself, because they want to also look after you, but it also comes from within yourself. It's kind of like that energy of, you know, when you feel confident within yourself, they will also find you confident. When you love yourself, they love you even more. When you commit to yourself, you know, it's like the other, you know, they just want to commit. Like, it's what you put into yourself that also just triggers them so much more in regards to also how they feel towards you. So the more you give yourself, the more they want to give you. You know, it's that kind of an energy that I'm seeing here. And it just makes you more attractive. You know, your confidence is so, so attractive to them. And your soulmate here is someone that, you know, just goes based off of energy. They really like energy. So they can figure out when you don't feel good within yourself. They can figure out if you're not loving yourself. They can figure everything out. Because again, soulmates are based on spiritual connections and spiritual energy, and trust me, they feel the energy, right? So that's what I'm seeing there. This is your soulmate. I mean, your soulmate wants you to love yourself, and I think that is, you know, it's a good thing to love yourself, regardless. That's the thing. Okay, we've got a heart here as well. You can see that right there. And it says here, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, so sometimes if you feel like you really just want things to move and you really want things to progress and you really want things to go fast and fast and fast and fast and fast, wait. try not to rush things. I know that sometimes, we want to get to a destination, or we feel like, time is ticking. Sometimes you might think even in regards to biology, you might be thinking, time really is ticking. But actually, sometimes, we rush things too much. And I see here that your soulmate is someone that doesn't like rushing things. They go based off of energy, they do things based off of energy, but they don't like to rush. And so you may feel like you really want to move things forward. You may feel from time to time like, I really need to have this by this time, and I need to do this by this time, or do this by this age. It's really about also just knowing that your soulmate does not like to rush things. And of course, it takes two to tango in any kind of a connection. They like to enjoy every moment. They like to enjoy every little step of the way, and to understand every bit by bit, rather than rushing into something and then, just feeling like, oh, we didn't even enjoy the journey of it all. We just rushed, to do something. So one thing for sure is that this person can be quite slow. They like to feel out the energy. They like to see the progression of it. And that's what I'm seeing here specifically in regards to that, is that, they don't like to rush. They like to just enjoy everything in due course. So that's what I'm seeing there. Okay, so your soulmate is a little bit on the slower side, but nonetheless, it's because they want to enjoy every part of it, and they go based on energy and just that vibe. So we've got here inner child. Let's put that right there. Miracles. Okay, I see you, miracles. Look at that. What a card. What a card. We've got here the Fool. We have got Strength. Quite significant cards. Okay, so actually, do you know what? When I look at inner child and the fact that we've got the Fool as well, it really goes to show that this person loves adventure, loves traveling. Your soulmate is someone that just loves to, spontaneously do things. Like, you may find that your soulmate is quite spontaneous. I'm not even going to lie to you, because, again, based off of chemistry, they like to feel things out. They just like to do things as and when and how they please to want to do. So it shows here with that inner child energy as well, is that they like to do things as they want to do things. They like to do things how they want to do things. And also, this person is very, very funny. It's very humorous. Would definitely entertain you a lot in that sense. And it's almost like the two of you are opposites that attract. You may find at times like you're the more mature one, or you're the one that is, a little bit more organized at times. But it's really interesting because, again, like red and blue and that sort of sense of attraction that we're seeing, it's almost like, opposites attract. So I feel like your soulmate is in many ways opposite to you. But that's what makes this connection work. And also with the Fool as well, they love to travel. They love, just doing things and taking you with them and things like that. Now, whether you've met your soulmate or not, that's a completely different situation altogether. But I do feel that your soulmate specifically is someone that likes adventure and would definitely want to, go with you and take you, down that journey and down that path as well. And this is the kind of person that would spontaneously book trips and spontaneously do certain things. They'd think, okay, well, we have time today, let's just go and do something, or they would be like, all right, are you free during that time? We could take this really big trip, or, things like that. It's almost like they're quite spontaneous, and they come up with ideas also quite spontaneously too. Okay, now whether you have met this person or not, this is what I feel you would be dealing with in regards to your soulmate. And also the inner child there as well just shows that, they have this spark in them and this joy inside of them. At times you may feel like they're a little bit, at times a bit sort of immature, and they do things really spontaneously. But at the same time, I do feel the two of you balance each other out, because you're like opposites that attract. So, they also find that really attractive in you as well, your own personal qualities. The Strength card shows that, they are a very strong person, and they're very strong-willed, strong-minded, and they have thick skin. This person has thick skin, your soulmate has thick skin as well, and that's why they're quite spontaneous, is that they often don't care what other people think about them. They're just, if they want to do something, they'll do it. They feel like, what, it's a miracle that I'm on this planet. It's a miracle that the sun is shining, or that we're just floating in the middle of the universe. Like, this person is very deep at times, and then at times really spontaneous, and a bit more on the surface level. So interestingly enough, this person is someone that just likes to enjoy every single moment, rather than always necessarily just thinking about the destination or the future. They like to live in the moment. And that's something I'm seeing here, is that this person really does believe that every day is very miraculous and that they like to live in the moment. So that's your soulmate in a nutshell. Loves to live in the moment, loves to do things spontaneously and just enjoy every part of it, which is why I also feel that they don't like to rush things necessarily, which we see there with the weight card that we have there. So that is the Fool and the Strength card explained. Okay, we've also got here the Sun as well. We've also got Harmony, so it says love and peace. What a beautiful card. And then we've got here, oops, sorry, it's just like knocking over all of these cards. We've got engagement. I feel like you're going to get engaged to this person. I mean, that's quite interesting as well. Waiting. Now, whether you've been engaged before or not, you know, I feel like you would get engaged with this person. Like, this is a person I'm seeing, or maybe you've been engaged to this person. Waiting. In terms of like, what I mean by that, God, that sounds so confusing, right? If you've been engaged before, like in your past, and things haven't worked out, then obviously this is not necessarily the person I'm talking about. But for some of you, you may be really happy, you may be really in love, and you may have just recently got engaged, and it could be with this person, right? So that's what I'm seeing. If it's a broken engagement, I don't see it being this person, but if it's an engagement that's happened recently and you're still with that person, I do feel that this is the person we're looking at. But also for those of you that have never met this person, or you are, you know, wondering who this person is, I just feel that there is a sense of engagement, basically. That's what I'm seeing. Now, engagement also means like communication, engaging in conversation, right? Engaging in a meeting and things like that. So engagement has lots of different terms applied to it, but also it can mean that you will be engaged to your soulmate as well. So that's just what I'm seeing, and specifically this person that we're reading about. But for some of you, you might already be engaged to this person, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, because it's such a general reading, it is something that can just apply to you on so many different levels, and it can apply to different people on different levels more so, so to speak. So that's what I'm seeing there. And then we're also seeing this card, which is waiting, and then we also have the card of fullness. So there is something that's also saying that maybe, you know, there's a long engagement here and a long wait in between, which I wouldn't really necessarily be surprised about, because again, this person does like to take time in regards to things. And again, you've got wait twice. Whoa! Talk about how messages are like, you know, crossing with each other. You've got wait and then you've got waiting. So there is this element of wait that we're really seeing over and over again. This person does tend to be quite slow in regards to moving things along to a higher level of commitment, which is interesting that we have here engagement, but we don't really have necessarily like, you know, marriage. So it doesn't mean that there can't be marriage here, it's just that you would be waiting a while for that to happen. So that's what we've got there. So yeah, it's one of those things. But we've also got the Sun card, and the Sun card here really does show happiness and positivity and enthusiasm and fun and radiance and just, you know, this pure inner joy. And again, you've got a child, or actually you've got two children on the horse, so they would take you along for the journey as well. And I see the two of you, you know, enjoying time together. That's one thing that's really coming through. And then, you know, just being able to have this connection that just blooms and grows and is full of excitement and happiness and joy and fulfillment. You've also got their harmony, love and peace, and this here really does showcase such a strong energy in regards to, you know, feeling motivated, feeling good, feeling happy, and also just a sense of, you know, love, attraction, but also peace. You know, it is something that they do enjoy. Even though this person is spontaneous, they do enjoy resting and taking time, you know, just to enjoy the smaller moments as well, which I think is quite important. The engagement card we've already pretty much talked about. We also talked about waiting, and then, you know, fullness here really does represent that they do everything with a very full heart. As I mentioned, this person likes to appreciate every single day for what it is, rather than just rushing and into, you know, into the future and then forgetting about, you know, what's currently in front of them at this very point in time. So they live every single day with a full heart, and your soulmate is someone that would appreciate you also with a full heart, but also wants you to have, like, you know, that love towards yourself, just like how they have towards themselves, because they feel that you deserve that love for yourself and you deserve to love yourself as well. Whoa, What a reading! What a reading! So this is your soulmate in a nutshell. It's like opposites attract, you know, and that's what I'm seeing is that the two of you balance each other out very, very well, whether you've met this person or you haven't, you know. And if you haven't met this person, this is what you potentially have to look forward to. So this is what I'm seeing for you, group number 3. And if this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, my bracelets which are on Etsy, and all that good stuff as you see here. If you have subscribed, don't forget to ring the bell notification, which is on the side, I believe, of the subscribe button. And that will just make sure that when you subscribe and you click on the little bell next to it, my videos will go into your subscription box, because sometimes even if you're subscribed, they won't go into your subscription box unless you've clicked on the bell. So do make sure you do that. And yeah, you know, take care of yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff as I mentioned. But yeah, take care, stay safe, and I will see you very soon. Bye everyone.